Thank you for joining us for this edition of David's Question of the Week, presented by NM Fiber Network. As New Mexico's statewide middle-mile backbone, we're committed to keeping you informed about the technologies, opportunities, and challenges shaping connectivity. Here's this week's question.
Broadband infrastructure. It's a buzzword now. With the BEAD grant, states getting approved for their funding, with broadband being one of the prioritized subjects, prioritized needs in every community across our great nation. Broadband infrastructure is a big deal. And a lot of times when somebody talks broadband infrastructure, they wonder what it is at its heart. Is it just the glass, the cable that connects one home to their internet provider or connects a school to the internet provider? Or is it more than that? It's definitely much more than that. The infrastructure is everything from the actual glass in the ground or in the air, because it can be either. It can be aerial or it can be underground, to the equipment that carries that allows for that construction. That could be the contractors that have boring equipment or that have trenching equipment. That could be the folks that make and sell the ducting that covers that glass that's in the ground. That could be the folks that make and that install the anchors and the poles, the telephone poles, the electric poles, electric companies that allow for us to string fiber from one location through the other via an aerial build-out. All that is considered broadband infrastructure, and there's a significant amount of that needs to happen before we can get a connection from point A to point Z. And that's actually part of the problem, because broadband infrastructure also, in my opinion, includes things like all the fees, the regulatory aspect of it, all the right-of-ways that need to get cleared, all the permitting that needs to get paid for, all the engineering, all the testing that needs to happen. All that is part of our broadband infrastructure, because without it, you wouldn't have internet, you wouldn't have broadband access. And that's a good rule of thumb to bring it down to a level that even I can understand. It's anything that allows for the service to work. And by contrast, anything with which, if we didn't have it, you wouldn't be able to have broadband access. To me, that makes up our broadband infrastructure. There's so many aspects to it.
Connection fuels opportunity. And at NM Fiber Network, we're building the backbone that makes that possible. Thanks for joining us for David's Question of the Week. Till next time, stay connected, stay curious, and for more information, go now to nmfibernetwork.com.